Hello programmers. Today we are going to learn that how we can call an instance of a class as like a function using call method. It is a special method used to make your instance callable. As we know we cannot call an instance directly, so first of all I will show you we cannot call instance. Let's start. Let's create new file, resolve.py. Now we will create a class resolver. And I will define a method called a display. It uses self as a parameter. Let's print a simple message. Testing an instance. Now let's call the instance and print the result. But as we know we can't call instance of a class without using call method. So, it will give an error. As you can see here it gives type error, showing that resolver object is not callable. Let's now fix this issue. Let's define a special method call. This method allows us to make object callable just like function. Note as other methods call also accepts self as a first parameter. For this now we print a message. Let's create an instance of a resolver class again. Insta. Now we are going to call it. Now we see it working properly and it also returns none as we used print. So, I am going to change it and return it. Now you can see the result without none. Now dig a bit deeper. Let's create a init method and pass self as a parameter. Create an empty dictionary self._cache. Now let's just create call method which will take self as a first parameter and we are passing host as a second parameter. Now I am going to import socket. If host is not in cache, we will put it into dictionary where host will be the key and IP address will be the value. We will get an IP address using socket.getHost by name. Now return the dictionary. We must call the constructor of our class to create an instance, because we are using call method, we are calling instance as a function. Create an object of resolver class and call it by passing host argument and store it in variable and print. As we can see a dictionary here with key and value. Now let's add few more hosts. Let's access the attribute of a class _cache. Now we will try it using REPL. From resolve, import resolver. Create instance. RES. As we can see here, we need to pass host as an argument. Now fill dictionary with few more hosts. Now we want a function which maintain a state between calls. So, retaining information within a function calls. In order to convince ourselves caching is working as designed, we will take in timing experiments. We will use Python standard library. Timeit module. Timeit functions accepts two arguments. One is used to perform set of operations, and the other is used to calculate elapsed time to be reported. This function also accepts number arguments, which is count of how many times test will run. As you can see my coffee tech was also in the list, so it took little time. Now let's format it and check exactly how much time it is taking in human readable format. As you guys can see it took just 6 microseconds. Let's add a new entry to the dictionary so that we can check how much time it is taking, if the entry is not present in the cache. It takes this much time for new entry. As you can see here this is already inside a cache or dictionary. Now if I will again try to add it, then as you can see here it taking less amount of time. When we format and see, it's microseconds compared to this. If you have any question, write down to the comment box. Thanks for watching.